record for the 60s and 70s for most consecutive weeks in the top 10. But it isn't just another record that's being tied here. This song is by a group whose very close relative established the record. 4 months ago, Andy Gibb's huge hit, I Just Want to Be Your Everything, held in the top 10 for 16 weeks in a row, the longest of any hit since 1960. And this week, his three older brothers have hung in there for their 16th week in the top 10 with How Deep Is Your Love, tying Brother Andy. At number 10, here are the Bee Gees. The Bee Gees with a song that reached the top 10 16 weeks ago, and it's still there. How Deep Is Your Love? And the countdown continues.
The hits from coast to coast.
Half of the songs in this week's top 10 have the recognizable touch of the Bee Gees. 3 of them performed by the Bee Gees themselves, and the other 2, hits by Samantha Sang and Andy Gibb. At number 8, here they are again with Night Fever. The incredible Bee Gees on American Top 40 debuted 2 weeks ago with that record, and they're already at number 8, Night Fever. There's a girl in the countdown who had one of the most frightening experiences a singer could possibly have. During an outdoor concert, in the middle of her song, a wasp flew into her mouth. Details and her current hit are coming up. Caseykasem on American Top 40 in Hollywood. And now, the hit song by the girl who went through one of the most frightening experiences that I think any performer could possibly have, particularly a singer. We were told the story directly by Australian singer Samantha Sang. 4 years ago, she said she was performing in an outdoor concert in Melbourne. In the middle of one of her songs, she noticed her girlfriend at the side of the stage frantically trying to signal her about something. Actually, Samantha said, she was trying to tell me there was a wasp buzzing around me. And I looked up, and my mouth was wide open because I was singing. And sure enough, there was a wasp, and the wasp flew right in my mouth. Well, I was so frightened, she says, that I didn't know what to do. But in a couple of seconds that seemed like a few weeks, the wasp flew out. And that's Samantha's story in her own words. One of the most bizarre nature stories I've ever heard. A frog in the throat? Sure. But a wasp? Yuck. Here's Samantha Sang's first American hit. Moving up a notch this week to number 5, Emotion. Casey counting them down in Hollywood on American Top 40. At number 2, second week in a row, Andy Gibb with Love Is Thicker Than Water. Andy Gibb, 19 years old. He's at number 2 with his second big hit. The first one went all the way to number 1. That was called I Just Want to Be Your Everything. He may make number 1 with this one. But right now, let's see what's keeping him out of the top position. The most popular song in America this week. It's by the hottest group in the world. As a matter of fact, these 3 young men make up the hottest group to hit the charts since the Beatles made their big splash back in the 60s. This week, the 3 brothers who own the number 1 song in the land have a total of 3 separate singles in the top 10. And 3 more songs in the survey were co-written or co-produced by one or more members of this group for other artists. You know, of course, that I'm talking about the super hot Bee Gees, who've put together 31 hits since they began back in 1967. And this week, their 5th number 1 song in the last decade holds on to the top spot for the 4th week in a row. So, with the most popular song in America again this week, here are Barry, Robin, and Morris Gibb with Stayin' Alive. The number 1 song in the USA again this week, Stayin' Alive. For the 4th consecutive week, it's been at the top of the charts by the Bee Gees. You've just heard the 40 most popular records determined by Billboard magazine for the week ending February 25th, 1978. American Top 40 is produced in Hollywood by Watermark Incorporated. Executive producer, Tom Rounds. Producer, Nikki Eden Wine. Creative consultant, Don Bastani. I'm Caseykasem. Join me again next week for our countdown of the 40 biggest hits in the USA. Till then, keep your feet in the ground and keep reaching for the stars. And keep your radio tuned right where it is.